Welcome back to Cossy Arsenal Podcast. My name is Cossy. Welcome back to a brand new video. The Premier League is back. Arsenal are back. We're going to be seeing Arsenal play on Saturday for the first time in the Premier League in a season where we are expected to win the league. The last time that happened, that was 18 years ago. Hit the like button, subscribe to the podcast as well, because we're going to be diving into Mikel Arteta's selection headache, what players are going to play in the Nottingham Forest game, the changes that we should make, and how important this game is for our season. Now, I want you to drop your predictions of who should be starting between Kai Havertz and Edin Ketia, and also who should be starting between Leandro Trossard and Gabriel Martinelli. I need your thoughts, I need your opinions in the comment box below. Right, let's get into that starting 11 against Nottingham Forest. I don't expect many changes from Mikel Arteta. It's a game where we've literally have a big advantage. We really have a big advantage. So we should go easy and we should go very, very lethal. Aaron Ramsdale in goal. I think there is no question about this. David Raya will be a new signing by the time we play in this game. But I don't expect him to be starting. I don't even expect him to be on the bench. If he makes it to the matchday squad, that is good. That is nice. But Ramsdale will stay in goal. I think we will see him more in the Premier League this campaign. Unless Mikel Arteta gets a little bit of disbelief, unless Mikel Arteta becomes frustrated with Rami, I expect to see him this season. It's going to be a crucial season for him. Last campaign, a few mistakes, a few weak hands here and there, but this season, it is time to establish himself as one of the best goalkeepers in the league. Of course, the centre-back partnership of William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes is going to be one of the things we build on, one of the blocks we build on this campaign. Now, last season, there were a few scenarios where we all said probably Gabriel Magalhaes is a little bit sloppy, a little bit shaky. This is another season, this is another player where this season is going to be groundbreaking. He either ups his game or gets out of the starting 11. With the competition we have with Jalen Timber in there, with Tomiyasu around, with Jakub Kiwior as well, Gabi has to be very strong. Gabi has to be very good to stay in the starting lineup. Tomiyasu, Saliba on the other side, I kind of feel like Saliba is going to play 38 games in a campaign unless he picks up an injury, unless Mikel decides to drop him courtesy of rotation. He's one player that is safe. He's one player that is going to be in the side every single time. So that centre-back partnership should be all right against Nottingham Forest, especially at the Emirates Stadium. At left-back, Alexander Zinchenko is back. Of course, Jalen Timber has played there, a couple of times in pre-season. He's actually done a very good job. Kieran Tierney is available as well. I would love your thoughts in the comment box below. Who should be starting for Arsenal at left-back in this game? Now, I've gone with Jalen Timber because he had a very good game against Man City, and he's going to need that kind of momentum. He's going to need that kind of, rhythm if he's going to be as good as he can be. And I think Mikel Arteta knows this. It is very good to have a player that is very versatile, like Timber, but it will be detrimental to him if he plays at right back, centre back, left back, like throughout the season. We should decide, and Mikel needs to decide, does he want him to play at left back? Does he want him to play at right back, or predominantly as a centre back? And I think this season we're going to see Timber a lot at left back. We're going to see him more on the left-hand side because Mikel really cares about the defensive frailties at the left. Gabriel, not the best defender to cover for you when you make a mistake. And Alexander Zinchenko going forward, he's one of those players that are really going to be, forward moving into those midfield areas. So Rice and Timber are going to be a major force in making sure that Arsenal don't concede a lot of goals on the left-hand side. So I've gone with Jalen Timber over anyone else in that role. At right back, I still think this guy is a right, Benjamin White. I'm really sorry about Ben last campaign. I think I was a little bit biased about him. I think the role he gives us and what he actually does, being that kind of cornerstone for possession, if you've seen him, you will understand that wherever he is, that is where our play goes. It is kind of that role that he performs as a magnet. And he actually does it very, very well. Now, against Forest, there won't be a lot of defensive work to do, despite the fact that I've gone with 4 centre-backs. I think Arsenal will be in possession a lot of the time. We will be trying to pin them inside their own half, but still Ben White will be our right back in this game, and expect him to start a lot of games this campaign. Ben is still good. Just like Glenn says, Ben is still good. Now, the midfield dilemma is has started. 38 games for Mikel Arteta to decide who stays in the starting 11 and who actually drops. I'm going to play it in a 4-3-3, but of course we know it's going to be more of a 4-2-3-1 system. This is what I'm going to do. I think Leandro Trossard, Kai Havertz, and Emil Smith-Rowe will actually fight for that left number 8. Odegaard is clear on the right number 8, and Partey, Jorginho, and and Rice will actually fight for the defensive midfield. But for purposes of this game, I've gone Declan Rice. Let's play Declan Rice in this game because Rice is clear of Partey and clear of Jorginho when it comes to work rate. Defensively, Partey is clear, especially in this Arsenal system. He understands the system. He knows the relationships. He's formed relationships with these players. So you expect him to be a little bit more better looking than Rice. But when you sign a 105 million player, you've got to start him. I know many people are going to play Rice and Partey in this game in their starting 11s. That is not what I have done. This is a game where Arsenal are going to be in possession. 2 defensive midfielders. That is a little bit too cautious for us, especially at the Emirates Stadium. Especially now that we are playing with 4 centre backs. I kind of feel like Rice needs to be a little bit free. He needs to be a little bit he needs to get that role where just complements Odegaard, and he also complements the left number 8, who we actually don't know who is going to be in the in the new season. Martin Odegaard on this right hand side to complement Saka. He's going to be a very important player for us in this game, but also a very important player for us now throughout the campaign. He's one of those players that Arsenal really can trust. Mr. Reliable, Mr. Shining all the time. So Odegaard, I expect him to score in this game, by the way, and expect him to make an assist. Another player I expect to score in this game is Leandro Trossard. Now, we have seen Leandro Trossard play as left 8. I expect him to play as left 8 lots of the time because he's got that ability to score as many goals as he can, and also he's got that ability to run into the penalty area and find space. He will be starting ahead of Emil Smith-Rowe a lot of the time. So Trossard, Odegaard, and Rice for me in this game. But I won't be disappointed if Mikel eventually says, I want to play Kai Havertz there, I want to play Emil Smith-Rowe there, or even I want to play Partey and play Rice in that left 8. Up top, there is a lot of debate, isn't it? There is a lot of debate. With Gabriel Jesus out injured, we don't have a player nailed on for number 9, but at least we have Bukayo Saka nailed on for the right-hand side. He's going to be our most important player. I'm sorry. He's going to be our most consistent player, and he's going to be our top performer this campaign. We've seen that he's got the ability to beat wingers 1v1. We've seen that he's got the ability to create a difference in games where Arsenal need a spark. And we have also seen that Saka is naturally about making things happen. Like, he just loves making things happen. I think Arsenal will rely on him again this campaign very, very much. We don't have a player who can give us what Saka gives us. So in this game, I will tip him to make 2 assists, but known to score. I mean, there are times when he starts the season a little bit slower, those first 3, 4, 5 games. But trust me, this season, he's going to be absolutely all right. Up top, Havertz. Now, there is a debate here. Do we play Kai Havertz here? Do we play Martinelli? Or do we play Eddie Nketiah? Ferran Balogun, of course, is off the table. I'm going to say Kai Havertz. We saw him in that Manchester City game in the Community Shield. He's got the vibe around him. His movement is good. He's kind of a target man. And against Nottingham Forest, because Gabriel Jesus is not available, we might need to actually go something different. We might need to go with an unexpected route of, probably headers. I think it gives us something very good in the air. So I would start him over Eddie Nketiah, although both of them are actually not very clinical. So if I had a more clinical option, I would actually play them here. But Kai Havertz up top and Gabriel Martinelli to start on the left-hand side. I think Martinelli, this is his season. You know, with Saka, he has had 3 good seasons on the top. 2 seasons where he has been player of the season, and 1 season where he has been runner up to Martin Odegaard. In this season, Gabriel Martinelli is going to have the second season syndrome. And I'm not saying second season syndrome relating to to the likes of Bournemouth or to the likes of Fulham. I mean, he's now understood his role. He's played for a full season. He's understood what the manager expects him to do. I expect Gabriel Martinelli to be absolute fire this campaign. So this is my starting 11. Ramsdale in goal, Gabriel Magalhaes and Saliba to start, White, Timber, Rice, Odegaard and Trossard in midfield, Martinelli on the left, Saka on the right, and of course Kai Havertz down through the middle. It's a game where Arsenal will actually, struggle a little bit because we are forming new partnerships within, with Odegaard, Rice, Kai Havertz, but we will slowly grow into the game, and I think we will win it with a big score. I will drop my prediction later on, but I think this is a game where Arsenal will win with a big margin, and it will be a message to everyone. See you soon.